آه رب العالمين. Beido, dengar dah fe. Alhamdulillah. Woi gue tadi. Tum tu kah je na. Ahal itu. Ni mana? Ni ada ahal. Dul karena ya mat. Oh Akbar.
Nigeria Defense Headquarters breakdowns now as Fulani bandits actually carted away with 50 armor tanks and 100 guns, and now there is chaos in the defense headquarters now. The seniors have given marching order that those Fulani should not go unpunished. The president has given marching order. We've seen different presidents giving marching order. What is happening that yet marching order cannot stop these Fulanis, but marching order can stop those in the Biafra part of the country?
Yes, those ammunition we are seeing now is going to be deployed in the Biafra land and be sent into respective forests where they have their camps and cells. And it was a deliberate open doors by the military hierarchy to make sure that this is being taken away to foster more conquest agenda that's going on in the eastern part of the country. And it is a big alert, for those who are watching this video. I should relevantly share this video and let it get to people so that they can be able to be conscious of the security, how Nigeria's security has already been compromised by infiltration in the military system. The soldiers are also complaining how the generals, the leaders, the commanders themselves send them out to be killed in the war field between them and Boko Haram face off. You can see several testimonies to that. So if you are saying that in big night they invaded defense headquarters, carted away several armored vehicles and weapons, and stole them away, and there was no security to stop them, that gives you an insight of what actually happens in Sambisa forest, and what is actually happening in what is happening in Benue, what is happening, in different parts of the country. It is spreading, and you can see none of these governors in Nigeria now is saying anything, especially those from the southern part of Nigeria. Everybody is just silent, watching and waiting. Maybe they have taken their children outside the country. They have all it takes to escape in case of any chaos or breakdown of security. And that is it. They all just keep quiet. And the more they keep quiet, the more they keep on advancing in politically. They keep on advancing, in their respective plan and agenda to finally declare Nigeria an Islamic nation.
But sir, these men don't even mask their face anymore. Publicly, they showcase the armor tanks and the gun. Is it that something is fishy? What is really happening? That these guys, because we know that once you want to rob, you let them out. But these guys have the infantry, the courage not to mask their face anymore. Doing a video publicly to mock the Nigeria Defense Headquarters. Sir, do you think that every Nigerian needs to be security conscious at this point in time?
Nigerians are not even security conscious because they have been tormented with hunger. Everybody is just confused. Hunger. Yes, everybody is just confused. Nobody know. Everybody have just accepted at any point in time there's going to be suicide mission, and there's nothing anybody can do. So it is only people who are fed very well that can be able to carry AK-47 at any point, or that can even try to hide and run. If you don't have strength, you are not going to run. So virtually 130 million Nigerians are falling gradually under the conquest and of Islam in Nigeria. And what is it? When they take over your community, they will ask you to pay Islamic jails. If I can remember, that means you have started paying tax to them, you have surrendered to Islam, and that's the meaning of Islam. Islam means surrender. That's what it means. So they fight it, and the instruction is that fight until they surrender. You can see that kind of orientation, So, but I can tell you to an extent, this will have never contributed anything meaningful to the growth of the nation. They keep you incommunicado, and they keep you confused, and they still romance you with political appointment, giving southerners, nothing for free. At the end of the day, they turn them to Lulu. Look at what is happening in Anambra State. Look at what happened in Imo State. How can the governors be coming out and be confessing that Fulanis, were the people that imposed me in this state as a governor, and nothing happens? Then, in the absence of justice, there's no judiciary. In the absence of legislation, enforcement of the law is totally, total breakdown. Then, in the reality on ground, defense that makes you a sovereign nation. That is why Jonathan said that Nigeria is not a nation, not even a country.
But seriously, sir, he is a Christian. What is he doing to safeguard?
The question you ask yourself is, not a Christian? Is Soludo not a Christian? Is David Umahi not a Christian? Is Audrey Okaro not a Christian? Is Aromerd Tinubu's wife not a Christian? What are we talking about? And then we have seen countries who are predominantly, but you see, when you conquer the political class and you are able to eliminate the average class of resistance, then you have eventually conquered the territory. As simple as that. The political class in the entire east southern part of the country has already been imposed by these people. There's no middle class again, because the farmers cannot go to farm. No, what do you do? So instead of me to die, I surrender to you. That's the picture. So when you say Christopher Musa is this and that, but go and look at the background very well. These are the people who have been in the position of authority for years. Even when Jonathan will want to come in and you see the resistance, they don't want anything to be exposed. Imagine going as far as saying that we brought back Buhari because we know Buhari is a Fulanist.
But sir, can't the likes of Buba Galadima, South of Sokoto, and the other emirs in the North Atiku call their loved ones to order to stop this?
Bro, do you have the same orientation? You do not have the same orientation. This is an orientation that have brought them to political limelight.
Brought them to conquest.
Yes. They first of all conquered a place called Hausa land. There was nothing like Hausa Fulani. They conquered Hausa land. They now target Hausa Fulani. How come you are going to reawaken the consciousness of the Hausa people? Where are they going to start? There is no Hausa man who is an emir. There is no Hausa man who is a legislator, a senator, or governor. Where are they going to start? Who is going to order the military? Who is going to arm the Hausa youth? And these people we are talking about today are less than 16 million in population in Nigeria. The Hausa themselves are about 65 million. The army cannot go there. The police cannot go there. Then it is left for us to now decide whether we are going to strike your neck either by omission or by commission. Then the force arises and begin to question the rationale why a particular tribe should be wiped out, suppressed, and killed. And that's the essence why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is where he is today. But I think he has left a legacy.
Because if for all this and he want most Nigerians to take him,
who is going to believe that you can see what the likes of Asari Dokubo them are doing? You can see what people like Goodluck Jonathan are doing. You can see how they were able to destroy the South and Southeast, creating enmity, unnecessary enmity. We started actually from Gowon. What we are seeing, the breakup, the issue of creating 12 states started from Gowon. Johnson Agui never tampered with the process of the constitution. It was the Northerners that tampered it. And the reason why they tampered it was because they wanted to create an atmosphere where they can actually look at those non-Igbo speaking communities and bring them to federal level. That's what happened. That was why Nigeria collapsed into the system. God brought this calamity. And that is why God is chasing him away from his village now, every day. I'm telling you, have you seen him come out and condemn anything? But I know that the burden of what transpired, and because of there was no exposure, the media turned the reality on ground against the Igbo tribe. They say, hey, you be just, you be shaking, you be Yobo, you be doing all that. But who tells you that? Who is going to accept that? That the Bini people you are seeing today are the Igbo people. The Ilaite people you are seeing today are the Igbo people. The Anan, the Efik man you are seeing today, that go on say people are not Igbo, they are Igbo people. But Nigeria has happened to them all. And that is why it is very easy. Because of there's no unity. The Fulanis find it very... Are they not killing in Delta? Are they not killing in Bayelsa State?
And what is the role of British government?
What is the role of this government?
Of the British government?
What the role of this British government? I think the British government has given us an option. Now we don't want to use our brain. They said 2014 Nigeria has expired. I think they have tried now.
But they are still trying. But we have some leaders still trying to see patch it up and see if it will work.
That was why I love somebody like Fulanis. When he says government magic, he declared Kalakuta Republic. Did he say that?
Kalakuta Republic.
He said he cannot be part of this. But because of what is domicile, I thank God for 60 years now, and a German and a Shekili man, especially this I'm not including Tombolo. Yes, I have my reason. But you see that man there, they call Asari Dokubo. Can you see where he found himself now? The man has never, every class, all of them that compromise these people. And that was why immediately we tracked down. The entire Northerners were in Bayelsa State. But when Ayo Adebanda died, did you see Northerners there?
No.
But it gives you a certain signal of what actually and what Gowon actually did. For 60-something years, the Igbo man has no hand in anything that has to do with crude oil. Still,
that is where the oil comes from.
The German that are claiming, I look at them, I mock them. But thank God for social media, the revelations that are coming out on daily basis is surprising a lot of them. The Ijaw people, the Isekiri people, the Robo people, the Cross River people, the Ogoja people, all of them are rising up and questioning the contraption I only want defined as a mere geographical expression. Because of that disunity, you can see nobody can stand the Fulanis in the forest anymore. I find out even in the Nigerian military, we are using our own money to service. I'm telling you, come and join the military. Come and join the military. It is everybody is running mad. Everybody has gone wide. Breakdown of law and order.
Breakdown of law and order. Thank you so much for always coming out to air your visa. Thank you so much for your time. Fulanis has this out to be again. Abdash will be hoping to bring President Goodluck, President Jonathan. He knew they have deceived this time. They are saying they will support Atiku. They will support Obi. They are drumming for Goodluck, Ebele, Jonathan to clean the ticket, saying all their support is what is this game and this tricks that the Fulanis and want to play this time.
And that's the confusion they come with, in an atmosphere of reality. That's exactly what we saw in 2023 when it was the turn of the Easterners. But unfortunately, the secret keep on exposing. RFI came out and made it very public, that these people always meet in the night and beg them not to allow an Igbo man become president. And the fear is that they do not want a competitive South. That's one reason, a competitive South. These are the people who are not have never been in a position of authority. Have never go. I mean, you are still talking about competition. So there's a level of plan and agenda at every phase, at every era. They would have calculated, this is the best bet, this is the best way to do. Why factoring Jonathan into an 2027 election, knowing fully well that it was this same Jonathan you people began dumb with propaganda and remove. And suddenly Jonathan had just become a saint. That's the kind of thing that tells you that the leadership of Nigeria, the governance of Nigeria, the government of Nigeria is not about to govern Nigeria to transform Nigeria. It's about how to rein in Fulani agenda and declare Nigeria an Islamic state. The foundation is already there, and the blueprint is already there. They are using every other means, and you can see that at every time. Why is it that it is only the North that will say this is the person we want? Why is it that the South is saying why is it that we are not hearing from northern political heavyweights that we don't want Jonathan? Why must it come from the North? In 2023, all of us said an Igbo man cannot be president, and now they are scheming. They are scheming between Obi and Goodluck Jonathan. Most people have said that the North has an evil agenda to still control Jonathan through the back door. That is why they are pushing for Goodluck Jonathan. The same people supported Tinubu in 2023. Now that they can no longer control Tinubu, why would they want to dash over Tinubu? No, see, it's not as if they are not controlling Tinubu. Okay, they are controlling Tinubu. All the people, everybody today planted in Tinubu's government are a product of Fulani extension, from the ministers to the Senate president, from the Senate president to the last man there. They were all Fulani tenor. Everything about them is Fulani, from both judiciary and the INEC. But don't tell me they are not controlling Tinubu. What Tinubu actually did is to make sure that he put a lot of money on the hands of these Fulani planted impostors. Let me just use it that way. So that at the end of the day, they will use that money to fund communities that will succumb to the Fulani agenda. Don't tell me, this is how all these people are appointed minister. They say, okay, Tinubu has Yorubalized Asurong. Everywhere you see there, all the ministers, both those who are going out and who are coming, are being replaced by the Yorubas. And they think that the Northerners are politically complaining over issue on how to fix Nigeria. That is absolutely not correct. Every target of these two regions is to make sure that the Igbo man continue to be oppressed and suppressed. And that's what's going on. But so if you are seeing Jonathan, you are seeing Obi on one side. Obi is a product of national consciousness.
Is a product of national consciousness.
Yes. Because the civility is widening, orientation is widening, people are getting informed on daily basis, people are questioning some certain rationale, and the same party came in 2023 organically.
So I don't think the North are looking for who to support so that power can return back to them. Not know that if they become president, or even I will 8 years, and they are very being careful of not being falling into this trap anymore. See, everything you are seeing happening in Nigeria are being documented. If for adventure, either by omission or commission, hook or crook, Obi finally find himself as the president of Nigeria and was able to set a legacy of leadership and integrity and capacity. Nigerians, the Hausas, the Fulani, the Middle Belters, the Yorubas, the youths of Yoruba, who are not Fulani, Arab Yorubas, we have them. The entire eastern Nigeria, if you look at the number, it's over 130 million. There will be mass resistance over against 16 million Fulanis. Go and mark it.
And of course, to an extent, Obi is seen as a detribalized Nigerian based on the popular demand, not because he's an Igbo man.
Based on the popular demand.
Yes, not because of Obi is an Igbo man, because Nigerians themselves are tired of hope. And the next uprising is going to be triggered against the Fulanis, who are killing people politically and otherwise. I'm telling you.
But the Minister for States for National Defense, Ben Matawanda, said he know to speak in one voice come 2027.
Yes,
and that Igbo says that the people of this is the face of the Igbo, and the Igbo says is still hunting in their own way.
Oh yes, because Igbo man has already moved on. Yes, Igbo is more Nigerian. Igbo is more than any other tribe. Igbo is everywhere. They try to add value wherever they find themselves. That is their nature. These are people who break, genes, and you can find them in deep forests, across the world. And they are not there to intimidate anybody. They are not there for any conquest. They are not there for anything. They are not there. They are just there because they are Igbo and are in line with their destiny, what God have already instructed them as the children of God. If you look at God in the Bible, God is an angel with sword, but do not provoke.
But sir, the APC chairman has said power cannot be given to people who don't believe in the unity and existence of one Nigeria.
Beautiful. Then nobody should start glamoring for Obi. The North should also hold their breath.
Let me tell
you. Jonathan has come out and taken a position. Just 2 weeks ago, Jonathan was appointed as the ambassador of international conflict resolution. They don't have their time. In 2023, we saw them trying to boost Jonathan up and down. Didn't you notice it? The same people. They even went on Bayelsa to visit Jonathan. But unfortunately for them, the man you are seeing there have taken note and have told you that Nigeria is not a country. It is just a mere geographical expression.
But sir, shouldn't you be worried that these people understand